Yes, we just dropped it by asking what today actually is. And of course, Robert just gave me the brief that yes, today being the 25th day in the month of November, a month to remember. And so 25 days from now, it will be Christmas Day. And it's on that note, we welcome you to yet another exciting edition of the Top Flight Television program, Morning Ride. My name is Ono Metano, and on behalf of the board, management and staff, we welcome you to a world of entertainment, information, and education. And so taking it away quickly with our teaser for the morning, we're looking at issues that are trending, and quite a lot, if you ask me, is obviously on the space. There was a novel written many years ago, well over 3 decades ago, 1 week, 1 trouble. But especially in the last week that we've just passed through, it's been 1 week and too many troubles, obviously. From one kidnap case to one robbery case to another case. And so we've been experiencing quite a lot. If you ask me, an avalanche of issues, most especially in the last 1 week. And that is talking about the resurgence of kidnapping in Nigeria. In a spate of 1 week, we've experienced, or rather, yes, we experienced 3 or more kidnapping case in 1 week. Talking about the Eruku worshippers, first of all, somewhere in a CSC church in somewhere in Kwara State, where 36 worshippers, were abducted. You need to see the footage of that mission. The guys just sporadically came into the church, the house of God, for that matter, and started shooting. And 36 of them were abducted, and you need to see how the so-called people, I don't know how to refer to them. Is it unknown gunmen who were known, or whatsoever, But from what I saw by the video that went viral, they just started practically picking their bags, picking the bags of the women. I don't know how much the women came to church with. That was what was their interest, their choice of coming into. I don't know where they actually came in from. And you could see them, you will know that these are from a particular, section of the country, from what the way they were speaking, the way they were talking, the attitudinal disposition towards that heat. But we thank God today. Yes, they have come out of it. They have been released, and over the weekend they all gained their freedom. But I know for 1 or 2 cases, who could not also make it. But you needed to see the old men and women, majorly women. It's women that majorly go to church, and majorly old women who could barely walk. And if you can, your guess is as good as mine. What went behind the mind of those men, or rather those people who carried out such a very terrible incident. All right, and just also in that week, we also had of 300 and over 300 students, boys and girls, teachers, who were also picked from the Catholic school also. So far, so good. Only 50 of them, of the total number. The story that came in was 50 of them escaped. But I could imagine how 50 people would escape in one scoop. And men who went on that heat could not identify, or rather, they were caught off guard when over 50 of them escaped. And so far so good. They have been joined back to their families. We also had the cases of those who were also abducted. 12 female farmers in Borno State were also kidnapped, you know, and we also had the Niger State kidnapped too. So 4 abduction cases in 1 week. I think that is totally not too good for our country. It's really not a very good image, and who knows who can be next. And just that same week too, in Asaba here, Delta State, particularly the coca axis, there was also a case of although this time around it was a case of kidnap, but rather the boys, you know, went haywire into the street and started, you know, macheting anybody that came around their surface. What is the reason? One of their brothers, or rather one of their colleagues, who went to perpetrate a crime of stealing was caught, and he was beaten pulp and blue. And that was the anger and made them to come back and just started on anybody, unleashing mayhem, hitting on anybody that they met. Oh no, it was such a terrible week. 1 week, numerous problems. All right, and of course that also led to the president also saying, yes, I need not go on a trip which had already been planned for. I never also knew that we were going to go through all of these abductions and all of that. And now that we are here and faced with the problems, as a president who has a listening ear, he had to also almost immediately cancel his G20 summit in faraway South Africa. And he did say, yes, my vice president should go on that trip. And yes, even though Donald Trump, America boycotted that South African trip, yes, but then the G20 meeting held despite all odds. And it was a time for Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa, to hand over the next host, who happens to also be America in 2026. But he refused to do that. I'm sure that has to do with probably Donald Trump not himself physically present to get the hosting right. But he's already made an arrangement with his ambassador to America to also hand over to the ambassador, that is the South African ambassador in America, to hand over to the ambassador of America in South Africa. It's a two-way thing, you know. But we do hope that at the end of the day, yes, normalcy will come into the situation that we are actually passing through now. And just good news too, which we also did read on our news bulletin this morning. Withdrawal of police officers from very important personalities, and that was Mr. President who there summoned the Inspector General of Police and telling him to immediately withdraw police officers, that rather the Nigerian Security Defense Corps, NSDC, should be well equipped to protect these very, very important personalities. Yes, it's their right because of the kind of country that we are in now. But this time around, it's not going to be it's not going to be within the purview of the police, the Nigerian police force any longer, but rather other paramilitary agencies who also will be armed because yes, most of these men need to be protected. You know, a very important person is a VVIP, and Fela gave them a name, but I don't want to call that names now. But what I have, the Nigerian Palace, very important person, you know, VIP, is a big man, you know, who, and they come in different forms. They come rich men, CEOs, MDs, pastors, you know, pastors, you see pastors surrounding themselves with nothing, no less than 10 police officers at a swoop. You know, for Sunday services, when you go to their churches, you see a police truck parked in front of the church. Oh my word, what a country, really, what a country we are in. All right, so away from that, we also have it also that Israel has been attacked by Lebanon, and so far, or rather, Israel attacked Lebanon, yes, for penetrating through their borders, and the Lebanese or Lebanonians have said it was not right for the Israelis to come attacking them, and all of this attack came after 1 year of ceasefire. So we're actually saying, yes, let's give peace a chance so that love would rule our hearts. Because this life, you just live it once, and after that, judgment. Okay? On a very sad note, on a note of melancholy, also within the week, by way of trending issues, yes, 2 giants in the entertainment industry were passed on, and we say yes, that may their gentle soul rest in peace. One of them, reggae legend Jimmy Cliff, who died at the age of 81. And like what I did share on my post, yes, we came, met Jimmy Cliff singing, and he still sang on till where we are, what we are today, and his music still lives on. Yes, Jimmy Cliff, the man who sang "No Woman, No Cry," and I can see clearly now, the rain is gone, and the harder they come. Quite a lot of good songs that actually resonated when the world was really in the very best of itself. He died at 81, and we pray that may the good Lord rest his soul. Also from the entertainment industry, from Bollywood, we also had Dharmendra, one of the most beloved and enduring stars of Hindi cinema. He also passed on yesterday at the age of 89, leaving behind a remarkable legacy that has touched generations of film lovers. Dharmendra, yes, that was a name that actually resonated as far as the Indian movies were concerned. You know, the Indians were those who actually started the Bollywood industry, and they did quite a lot. They did quite a lot, from romance from romance to action packed. But majorly, their genre was more of the romantic aspect, and you could see the Love in Tokyo, yes, Drupadi, and the Amakuba Anthony. These were great Indian movies that actually made waves. And there was actually no movie that Dharmendra didn't have his touch. He died at 89, just a few weeks to his 90th birthday. We also pray that the good Hindu Lord, God, would actually rest his soul. All right, this is where we drop the conversation as far as the training briefs are concerned. We'll take a break. When we come back, We'll be looking at another spot on the right this morning. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Alpha Delta people, in less than 22 months, Governor Borowori don show say im promise not be plenty talk with the full basket, not be cho with a more agenda, meaningful development, opportunity for all, realistic reforms, and enhanced peace and security. Progress don burst out everywhere. Im don upgrade over 500 roads, initiate over 300 new ones, and build plenty bridges wey dey connect our communities.
Every day when I dey reach here, my spirit dey jump, my morale dey high, because this bridge never tell for worship. This sheriff turn swell. Julius Berger is the high. Sheriff, yes.
For education, over 3,000 teachers and support staff don join, and schools don dey get better shine.
I really want to say the government have done a good job providing us with these new buildings, because we lack lecture halls. We are grateful to the government.
For the health sector, 1 billion naira, you dey hear wetin I dey talk? 1 billion naira don burst out our health insurance. Hospitals don dey get better modern equipment, and new health colleges don open. Every day, changes dey happen for Delta State. For agriculture, 1 billion naira intervention fund dey help our farmers to produce better food. Make we not even begin to dey talk about empowerment sef wey dey sup for the state. Sheriff don touch over 250,000 lives for the state.
Our administration is fully committed to what government expected to do for its people, which is to empower them to overcome the challenges of life and enable them to achieve their full means of happiness.
Everybody no go lack for his life, his generation no go lack. As he remember me, remember my daughter today, may God remember her. He go come again, we go see follow him again.
Our hard-working civil servants also dey enjoy support, and for our security agencies, they don get 66 security vehicles when our governor don say make e enter the road, make e protect people for the street.
Thank you for the support that you have been giving to the police command and other security agencies in the state.
Ukodo just dey go around every sector to make sure say everywhere palash. Make una know say this one na proof say Governor Borowori dey talk the talk, he dey do the work, and na man wey dey win award sef up and down.
We are giving you these awards as the most all-inclusive governor of the year 2025.
Dis na sign say im dey bring hope and progress for every corner for Delta State. Make we join hand celebrate our leader wey truly dey make Delta State dey shine. The work never finish o, we go continue to dey do more.
Governor Sheriff once said, "A modern Delta is not a dream, it is a vision we are actively bringing to life." When you hear of Governor Sheriff's trip to Brazil, to China, it is a testament of Governor Sheriff's commitment to bringing world-class standard infrastructural development to Delta State.
For the first time in the history of Delta State, I am seeing flyover constructions, this massive and in these numbers, being constructed at the central.
Hundreds of billions have been approved this year for flyover constructions, both in rural, river, and urban.
And as we are here talking, I believe plans are already in progress to beginning the projects that are already approved.
Even as we are here talking now, the Ughelli flyover construction is already beginning. Governor Sheriff, they deliver for all areas. Talk about sports, urban education. What about health? Now human empowerment, too many to mention. Governor Sheriff don't talk and say 2026 budget, he go prioritize capital projects, social welfare and infrastructure expansion. Governor Sheriff, governor will put the people before himself. Remata.
I have told people that I will do more.
Governor Sheriff, governing with excellence. Brought to you by the Delta State Ministry of Information. Oborewori government, they do numerous projects. And it still they go on to they approve new projects. And it not still they borrow money. Think calm now.
No be lie. Delta government just approve projects worth 230 billion.
Governor Oborewori understand say when good road network dey, it help the economy to dey robust. Even individual businesses go dey thrive. Both transportations.
I hear say Governor Oborewori don approve Agbo flyover 59 billion.
Yes, I hear.
And flyover for Ughelli Patani Highway for Otowodo Junction. Also, Sapele Dual Carriage 35 billion.
Yes, I dey aware.
Wait till Oga Friday. I hear say all these road constructions wey dey go on for Delta State na across the 3 senatorial districts.
Now everywhere. Why you ask?
I hear say Governor Sheriff dey do road for Isoko Nation.
Governor Sheriff, they do numerous roads there. Don't forget say Governor Sheriff don't complete Emefo Road Phase 1. As for the talk, so Phase 2 dey in progress. Governor Sheriff don't do Utekpo Road for Elu. Also for that Elu, construction of Arada Road still dey in progress. Governor Sheriff, they do road for Emede. He still they do for Olomoro, Igide Road. Also, Tiri Incana roads for Ideheze community. Construction of bridge dey in progress for Asaba Ase. And this Asaba Ase bridge, when it dey completed, it will connect Uzere for Isoko South to Asaba Ase for
Don't do. Governor Sheriff more agenda. Nari matter. Governor Sheriff came prepared to govern with excellence. Brought to you by Delta State Ministry of Information.
Eggs are laid by female animals of many different species, including birds, reptiles, amphibians, and fish, and have been eaten by humans thousands of years. Popular choice for consumption are the chicken, duck, quail, and quaver eggs. Chicken and other egg-laying creatures are widely kept throughout the world, and mass production of chicken eggs is a global industry. The shape of an egg resembles a prolet spheroid with one end larger than the other. The egg, surrounded by a thin, hard shell. Inside, the yolk is suspended in the egg white or albumen. Eggs vary in size and color, ranging from white, brown, gray, spotted on black, or even yellow, depending on species. The chicken eggs are widely used in many types of dishes. Some of the most common preparation methods include scrambled, fried, hard-boiled, soft-boiled, omelette, pickled, or even eaten raw. According to nutritionists, eggs contain a lot of minerals and nutrients. They say eggs contain vitamin A, thiamine B6, riboflavin B2, folate, B12, pantothenic acid B5, choline, vitamin D and E, calcium, iron, zinc, magnesium, phosphorus, protein, omega-3, and potassium. According to them, consuming boiled eggs is far better than taking it raw, as all the essential amino acids and nutrients are derived when boiled. The choline in eggs is an important nutrient for brain development. Pregnant women and nursing mothers are often advised to eat boiled eggs, as it ensures healthy fetal brain development. Eggs build strong bones and teeth. They keep the skin, eyes, and nervous system healthy. They've also been proven to help release energy from carbohydrates and reduce the risk of cataracts and age-related muscular degeneration.
It is very essential. It also contains the essential amino acid which the body requires for formation, growth, and repair of body cells. Egg is good in children. You can give children egg every day. It helps them grow rapidly rather than the normal meat that we do give them.
Although some school of thoughts believe that eggs are altogether bad, nutritionists say it is when they are consumed in excess, especially for the elderly. This is because excess could contribute to the growth of plaques, which blocks the arteries leading to heart attacks and strokes. The safest option is eating an egg 3 to 4 times a week. For Dada TV News, Favor Okafor reporting.
Welcome back, and in case you're just joining us, we are the very last lap of the ride this morning. I'm being joined by Engineer Vincent Hiwario, Director of Vehicle Inspection Unit of the Directorate of Transport. A very good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
And we would like to welcome you to our studio this morning.
Good morning, my esteemed viewers.
Yes, we are about rounding up the year now, and I know that part of your advocacy for the year, it's for us to be safety conscious on our roads, to guide against road traffic crashes and all of that. And just recently, just as we are about to wind up the year, your outfit came out with the automated
automatic number plate recognition.
Automatic number plate recognition solution.
Yes.
Okay. Automatic number plate recognition solutions. Please, what is it all about, quickly?
I'd like to start by thanking His Excellency for being in the forefront of providing cutting-edge technology to enhance the free flow of traffic and the transport system in the state. The automatic number plate recognition system or solution, AMPR, is a cutting-edge technology that is provided to promote safety on our roads and safeguard the motoring public. Then it also encourages free flow of traffic, promotes free flow of traffic. So it's a new innovation in traffic control, where there is unhindered flow of traffic, and you don't have there's limited confrontation or altercation between the enforcement agencies and the motorists, so that we save time, to save time of movement, and also protect the lives of the motorists.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
It's a win-win situation for motorists in that it keeps them on track, keeps on track with the status of their vehicle particulars. So you don't have to, in the case where people will run after you to update your vehicle particulars, it reminds you that your vehicle particulars are expired, that you need to renew them. Then because of the fear of the cameras, because the cameras are located at designated positions in across the states. So when the cameras are designed to capture your plate number and it relays it to the database, where there will be a cross-reference to know if your vehicle particulars are expired or you have not even registered. Then it goes to the billing system, where you are found wanting. If there's a default, the billing engine will generate a ticket for you, which will be sent to your phone, because you have all the information in the database of normally when you're coming to register for your vehicle, your plate number, your address, your phone number will be domiciled in the database. So it's that database that will be used to identify the erring or the defaulters. So they'll get normally issued a ticket via their SMS to their phones. And the means of enforcement is easy. We don't have to come after you. No roadblocks. We normally wait for you at the point of renewal of your particulars, when you have to renew your vehicle license, your roadworthiness, your insurance, and so on. So it's a civilized way of enforcing, because we know that without enforcement, nobody will comply or obtain the vehicle particulars. So we're trying to improve on the way of doing things, our ways of doing things, to complement the effort of the VIOs on the road.
Okay. So quickly, not too many Nigerians, because I like to use the word Nigerians now, because in Delta State, it's a conglomerate of every other state. Some people can come in from Abuja, some people can come in from Lagos, Port Harcourt, all of that trooping into Delta State without knowing these things. So what level of advocacy, awareness do you intend to carry out to sensitize the motoring public? Let's assume those who live within Delta State, because to me, it's automatic number plate recognition is still like a mirage. What are we really talking about? Where are we really going to? How implementable is it?
Yes, I know I've carried out extensive advocacy awareness campaigns across all the print media, social media, and even the TV and radio stations. We've been doing that for 3 weeks now. We intend to sustain it because it's something that is a good omen to the motorists. It's not something they should miss out from. So denying them of the opportunity is like you frustrating the effort of development in the transport sector. So we have made it so sensitized. We have sensitized the public, carried out jingles, we have even installed billboards in some strategic places so that you don't have an excuse not to know about it. Because when we start, there's no going back. So it's our duty to inform the public, to adequately sensitize the public about it.
Okay, so when you're talking about defaults now, at what point will I know that I've faulted? Is there any mechanism, if there's an error now, what mechanism would I get by information to know that there's an error? Would there be any feedback mechanism like text messages that will be sent to my phone for me to know that there's a difference?
Yes, it's through your address and your phone number that's been domiciled in the database called via maybe registration of the vehicle and the renewal of your particulars. We usually have those information. So the billing engine generates a ticket that gives you a window of maybe 48 hours to redeem pay your penalty. So the message, the ticket will be sent to your phone via SMS and maybe WhatsApp too. So then also physically, we will, the VIO office will send a hard copy of your ticket to your address. So we have your address in our database, so we'll send it to your doorstep so that you will see it on time. So we don't want a situation where people will say they were not notified. So this aspect has been well taken care of. So my advice to the motoring public is that early compliance. When normally all particulars have a way of informing their clients and the motorists on their status of their vehicle particulars. So we inform you on time, that 2 weeks notification, so that you go and renew your particulars. But people have this way of attitude of not caring. This lackadaisical attitude. They feel that either there's time, procrastination, and all that. So this time around is not business as usual. You have to be on point. Once your particulars are expired, you go and renew them so that you don't fall victim and you don't face the inconvenience of the violation.
Okay, talking about the consequence of the violation now, just like you did mention, there's this lackadaisical apathy or attitude, by the road user, the vehicle owner. So okay, there's a ticket that was sent to me, I just keep it by the cuff. Eventually, you people would meet him at the point of where he wants to renew. Do you now collate by way of there's a word I've tried to use now, all that he has accumulated over the period. Do you now quantify that offense by it? If, for example, there's an offense of 100,000 naira, would you now say, okay, because you have waited for as much as 3 months before you now want to comply, there's an addition to it, or it's just strictly by the offense?
The offense are of different points. You have every default has its own offense, its penalty. So you can, an individual, a motorist can have up to 4 penalties, and he will be will face the defaults, and he will be fined for those penalties. So the earlier you resolve with the billing engine, that's the AMPRO technology, the system, the better for you, because the more you accumulate the bills, when it will wait for you at the point of renewal of your particulars, or the other form of enforcement, will have 2 windows for enforcement, either the point of renewal of your particulars or the VIOs at any point, because we are on patrols. So sometimes they will alert us, we'll be alerted that so person is on blacklist. If you default and you've been issued ticket, you are issued ticket, you fail to comply within 48 hours, you will be on blacklist. And those blacklisted names will be flagged to the VIOs on patrol. So when they will have a notification on the defaulters, that's the blacklisted motorists. So these blacklisted motorists will be stopped for check, and you'll be prevented from plying the road so that you don't endanger the lives of other people. Because on default, probably your vehicle is not roadworthy, it's unwanted, where you have expired tires, maybe your windscreen is cracked, you don't have a trafficator light and all that. So these are dangers to the road users, to other road users. So we will not allow that. Because you're on blacklist, you have to comply before you are eligible to proceed.
Okay, I'd like to thank you so much, sir. I know my time is short now, and we're already getting signals. But again, as we prepare for the Christmas, all of these briefs are things that the viewing public should be aware of, and so that we will not be taken unawares. We'll still invite you again, sir, before Christmas, so as to come back. And this time around, it's not what I see in your office, because when I visited the office, everywhere had changed. The gadgets were everywhere. We would have clips, of all that the automatic number plate recognition model it's all about. Thank you so much, Engineer Vincent. Okay.
My advice for
please.
The motorists in this Ember month is that they should please comply with all road traffic rules and regulations, and that the government has done a lot to improve the movement, the traffic situation in these environments. We have the computerized vehicle inspection centers there to help you check your vehicles to ensure that they are roadworthy. The governor has done a lot in the construction, rehabilitation of roads in the state to create free flow of traffic. Then we're also carrying out, the governor has, His Excellency Right Honorable Sheriff has also graciously approved safety awareness campaigns across the state, which we have started. So it will bring sensitization to motorists to help avoid unforeseen circumstances, unavoidable road crashes. So because the governor has directed that there should be zero tolerance for traffic accidents during this environment.
Okay, I think we thank you so much for coming and for your words of advice. And so to reform what is to reform, and you've heard it from the man himself. Okay. All right. All right, you're welcome back. And in case you're just joining us, Tuesday's edition of the program, right? And I'm sure you enjoyed that very last interview session. We had to play back that session so as to cascade the brief and to also let us know that a new dimension as far as the motoring public is concerned, it's right on course. And so it will not be new to you any longer if you begin to feel the pulse of the Directorate of Transport as far as the automation process is concerned. Morning Ride continues, and this time around we'll be going straight to what the papers are saying. But unfortunately for us, analyst is unavoidably upset today, and so we'll just go through the papers and be sure that at the end of the day, it's a must pick for everybody. So we'll be starting with the Vanguard this morning. We'll just look at their major headlines, and we'll have the brief and move on from there. Vanguard has Kebbi, Niger schools abduction. United States to share intel, demands action. Okay, that is the screaming headline here from the Vanguard newspaper. I will take yet another story from the Vanguard. Insecurity, it's time for state police. That statement is credited to the governors of the Southwest, the governors who make up the Southwest from Ondo, Ogun, Oyo, Osun, Ekiti, Lagos. Yes, these are the Southwest governors, and they've come out with their postulation that there is a need at this point for us to have a state police. So you pick up a copy of the Vanguard, have a better understanding, peruse through, and you'll be properly informed as that narration is concerned. From the Vanguard, we go straight to the Daily Trust. The Daily Trust has above the masthead. The Daily Trust has above the masthead. UK rejects federal government's request to transfer Ekweremadu to Nigeria. You recall that I think 2 weeks back now, there was a high federal government delegation to the United Kingdom to see how they could transfer Senator Ekweremadu down to Nigeria to complete his jail term. But the United Kingdom has vehemently turned down that request as proposed by the Nigerian government. Okay, still above the masthead, NPCL hints at refineries rehabilitation as profit hits 5.4 million naira. Police withdrawal order. Shehu Sani, ADC, demand immediate implementation. And below that, military's approach to insecurity not working. That statement is credited to the, I wouldn't say embattled now, but I know he's not in a happy mood, the governor of Kebbi State. Amnesty, abductions threaten education in the north. And we'll feel the photo speak, but we'll not speak to that because that's commercial. Okay, time for state policies now. Southwest governors. Ground rent defaulters risk losing properties from Wednesday this week. That's Wike and the FCT our minister saying that now. All right, police ban sale of firecrackers ahead of the Ember Month's festivity. Yes, it's one thing for the police to ban it. It's another thing for the traders to sell. But I can give you my very best bet that in the past 3 decades, back to back, the police have always come out with that statement, banning, fireworks. But it keeps escalating, per day. Okay, how that would fly, your guess is as good as mine. From the Daily Trust, we'll move over to yet another story for today. And the Guardian, it's our next point of call, And the Guardian has a very bold editorials there. And that so they want it on Lani Bekun and Co. now. It's a rejoinder actually. And so we might not take that. But we have this major story. Military decries complexity of threats as Southwest governors call for state police. Military decries complexity of threats as Southwest governors call for state police. Okay, and that's the story for the Vanguard, the Guardian. We'll take over our next story from the Nigerian Tribune. The Nigerian Tribune has the next story there. And above the masthead of the Nigerian Tribune, we have the story that says HID Awolowo Foundation Hybrid Lecture holds today in Abuja. Okay, Atiku formally joins ADC and Obi keeps party on the edge. That the Speaker Obi has not made up his mind now. And we heard Atiku yesterday said nobody should sit on the fence. Come out and declare your position. All right, UK rejects Nigeria's request to transfer Ekweremadu back home to serve prison term. I also told you that one of these other papers also carried that. And just like also we have resonating in virtually all the papers for today, insecurity, Southwest governors advocate enhanced forest surveillance. You could see the 6 of them there that represent the 6 western states. And a meeting held yesterday advocating for enhanced forest surveillance. I think this has to do with where the kidnappers actually take their victims to. They don't take them to a hotel, but how do they take them into the church? But rather, they go and keep them in the forest, where they know that in your wildest imagination, you will not ever want to come to that point. Okay, so that's it for the Tribune, but we'll take this one story left. Infrastructure takes lead as Makinde, the governor of Oyo State, proposes 89.98 billion appropriation bill for 2026. All right, from the Tribune, we'll take our next story from the Daily Sun. The Daily Sun has it as usual. Southwest governors renew call for state police. And on the earpiece of the Daily Sun, we have Nigeria eyes biggest share of AFCTA's 3.4 trillion market. And coming down to the bottom strip of the Daily Sun, Akpabio unveils counter-terrorism plan, advocates tech-driven security. Constitution review. The National Assembly woes state assemblies, briefs governors tomorrow. NNPCL to mobilize $60 billion investment across energy value chain, declares 54 trillion PAT. NAPTIP raises the alarm over rising gender-based violence, GBF, gender-based violence. We see NAPTIP raising serious alarms there. All right, as the 14 days advocacy starts today, we hope at the end of the day will come out the resolution. The Punch newspaper is our next point of call, and the Punch has above the masthead, National Security Advisor launches 2025 to 2020 counter-terror plan. Strike, ASU, NEC to review federal government's final talk by Wednesday. Wike to Raki's camp, differ in PDP secretariat reopening. That it's the Punch. Kidnap crisis making the headline there, the bold headline. Governors convene emergency session. School lockdowns on the rise. Yes, quite a lot of schools are on the lock. Just recently, the federal government instructed that the 41 unity schools, that the federal government colleges be shut down for now. On the flush left, UK rejects Nigeria's request to repatriate Ekweremadu. Osun 2026, Adeleke set to announce re-election platform. And by way of bottom strip, Constitution review moves to 36 states assembly. Police tighten security in Lagos schools and worship centers. Okay, under inflation, MPC, we cut interest rates again today. All right, and The Nation, it's our next paper. The Nation also has a few stories there. I'll just take the above the masthead. How Tinubu coordinated rescue of Eruku 35. Okay, Badaru, government housing, or rather government boosting intelligence by tackling forests. Okay, that's a major story there. We'll take on the New Telegraph. The New Telegraph has above the masthead. CBN proposes 3-year ban for serial dude check issuers. That is for serial, that's people who pathologically are serial dude checkers. There's a CBN, or rather a 5-year ban as proposed by CBN. And below that masthead, how DSS, Nigeria Air Force raid ensured kidnapped worshippers rescue by security sources. Okay? We pick up a copy of the New Telegraph and you have a better understanding. Education suffering political bandit attacks. The statement is credited to Association of Senior University Staff Union, ASU. All right, and I'm sure we're getting there, there gradually. And with the New Telegraph, we'll come to the end of what the papers are actually saying today on Morning Ride, Tuesday's edition. Like I did tell you, our analyst, it's a little bit under the weather, and he is not around to, give an analysis of what the papers are saying. But an overview of all that's been carried out. It's one, the Southwest governors that make up Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Osun, Ekiti, and Ondo states. There is a serious cry for state police, and that is a major. The National Assembly has also carried out the constitutional review process, and they are hinting the 36 state houses of assembly to also put that on their plan for 2026. These have been the major stories, and the abductions have also played a role by way of also resonating in one or two of our publications today. This way we'll drop the conversation on what the papers are saying this morning. We'll take yet another break, and we'll come back. Morning Ride continues. Don't go away.
Oboreviri government, they do numerous projects, and it still they go on to they approve new projects, and they not still they borrow money. Think
No be lie. Delta government just approve projects worth 230 billion.
Governor Oboreviri understands say when good road network dey, it dey help the economy to dey robust. Even individual businesses go dey thrive. Both transportations.
I hear say Governor Oboreviri don approve Agbo flyover 59 billion.
Yes, I hear.
And flyover for Ogeli Patani Highway for Otowodo Junction. Also, Sapele Dual Carriage 35 billion.
Yes, I dey aware.
Wait till Oga Friday. I hear say all these road constructions where they go on for Delta State now across the 3 senatorial districts.
Now everywhere. Why you ask?
I hear say Governor Sheriff they do road for Isoko Nation.
Governor Sheriff they do numerous roads there. Governor Sheriff don't complete for Road Phase 1. As for the talks of Phase 2 they in progress. Governor Sheriff don't do Utekbo Road for Elu. Also for that Elu, construction of Arada Road still in progress. Governor Sheriff they do road for Emede. He still they do for Olomo Road, Igwide Road. Also, 3 internal roads for Ide as a community. Construction of bridge they in progress for Asaba Asa. And this Asaba Asa bridge, when it is completed, it will connect Uzere for Isoko South to Asaba Asa for Nobody.
Don't do. Governor Sheriff more agenda. Nari matter. Governor Sheriff came prepared to govern with excellence. Brought to you by Delta State Ministry of Information.